Order for Afenyo Markins and watching the pan or Parliament pan. See, I mean, Casano Afenyo Markins, the watching the pan or Parliament. Yes, proceedings air course of Parliament now. What can send be any coins or can't just speaker no, and any yard, just say. Just say, I was in pan to a Afenyo Markins pan or Parliament. I'm beginning in our bro. Our Ghanatube, but for my call, Naya Quatis and Semunina, in Chim, our Ghanatube and Matisia.
The minority leader during the previous proceedings on March 5, 2025, moved a motion asking the first deputy speaker who was presiding over affairs on the day to constitute a committee for Parliament to look into the mass dismissal of government employees by the current government under the letter signed by the Chief of Staff. The motion was opposed by the majority leader, Mahama Yariga, and that objection was sustained by the first deputy speaker, Bernard Ahiafo, who insisted that because the matter has been sent to court by Nanabi, the national organizer of the NPP, Parliament need not look into it until the court makes a final determination on it. But during proceedings this Friday, the minority leader has moved another private motion asking Speaker Alban Bagbin to overturn that ruling of the first deputy speaker.
Order for motin seminar course of Parliament, yes, say Afenyo Markins, any NPP for Mamoni Nanabi, Momodi in Sembi Echo, Supreme Court say. Ade na ye John Dramani Mahama bae a otumi saki amanfo efi eye omo position aban ejuma efo aya for mu ejum John Dramani Mahama bae a o terminate amanfo contract no mbode nsem ne call Supreme Court na afi no mu bobo nsem no ho Parliament na chese Afenyo Markins osomo kasa asem no ho osomo di hu komo o Parliament no mo se da bia asem no court nteni kwan so mo di hu nkomo ansana. And no, I'm not trying to just say, and Chebian, Afenyo Markins, and so the another case as answered by Parliament view. And a speaker Alban Bagbin, what boss has seminal, Afenyo Markins, not seminal by what will cry, and not a 4-way, and then semi course of Parliament. Afenyo Markins and watching, just say, or Peso Yan, that is all Tanishi, NDC for John Dramani Mahama, and Juma Pa or Yamagana for the Peso Yan, not Tanishum image. Into the CIA, men of Cassan and watching the power of Parliament for my call 9 to 7 Mr.
Speaker, I then contend that the ruling also creates a dangerous precedent. It weaponizes, it's a weaponization for litigation. And on this score, I do submit that the ruling's problematic logic creates a perverse incentive structure whereby any individual could effectively silence Parliament by filing a lawsuit touching upon matters of public debate. This represents a fundamental inversion of democratic accountability, placing the initiative for parliamentary agenda setting in the hands of private litigants rather than the people's elected representatives who labor in this august house. Such a vexatious system will be particularly vulnerable to abuse by those seeking to shield government actions from parliamentary scrutiny.
But this motion has been opposed by the minority chief whip, Roxanne Nelson Dapamako.
Mr. Speaker, Order 127 reads, Mr. Speaker, with your leave, a decision of the Speaker in respect of interruption of debate under Order 122 is not subject to review by the House, except on a substantive motion made on notice. Please. The motion that we are told is substantive is in respect of a decision taken by the first deputy speaker, who is not the speaker, appropriately defined. Mr. Speaker, on these terms, the motion is resumed, is incompetent, it has no basis to be moved before this House.
I have not granted you.
I so submit. It should not be tolerated.
Speaker Alban Bagbin, in deferring his ruling on the matter, made some preliminary comment on how the minority leader, then majority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin, took to the Supreme Court to compel him, the Speaker, to stay his decision to declare 4 seats vacant during the previous Parliament, insisting that until the Supreme Court makes a substantive ruling on the matter, he, Alban Bagbin, cannot proceed with that decision.
I intentionally admitted this motion for us to go through it. That even myself, the minority leader who moved the motion, versus the Speaker and the Attorney General, the then Supreme Court held the view that once he drew my attention to the pendency of the writ he issued, I should have proceeded the next day, 17th, to have read the statement I made concerning vacancy of the seats. It would have acted as an injunction. I differed from it. You will recall that the recent ruling of the Supreme Court took a different view. And that is why he has quoted copiously here. And so it's important for us to take time to go through this. And I'm happy that you are doing so.
Speaker Alban Bagbin is expected to make his full ruling on this matter as to whether to allow Parliament to look into the mass dismissal of employees by this government. From Parliament House here in Accra, James Aveji for Joy News.
Odofo we na yensema aidija e Parliament chese Afenyo Markins na chese all tries or be interrupt aban ejumadi a odi chese aban de faha na Afenyo Markins so de afa sa aban de faha na Afenyo Markins so chese opese oya na chese John Dramani Mahama ne ho chi na memu ne ho chi no ntini yese nsem bi mu a ose John Dramani Mahama bae no wabeyi amanfo bebre efi aban mu eye the chief of staff no de pen paper to ho ana so de pen ehye nkrata so sign ye na sansem nyina eye na bi ni NPP for mo de ko eye court na chese Afenyo Markins pese chinchin na mo de skate sa asem no e wo Parliament na chese speaker say dabi nsem no eye court eteno monton bo asiansa na Afenyo Markins chinchina chese opre no ho se gidi speaker Alban Bagbin no obe discuss obe movie sa motion no ma discuss Parliament na chese nsem na ebegia chese Afenyo Markins ne atwe no sene abasa chese yegu nenimu asepa Parliament chese a majority for no mo man chance kra chese osem na gidi pa Parliament Afenyo Markins oje ne ho anje na chese speaker Bagbin waba abonti ono so watu nenu mutuo ono so odi aba me so meji ni nyina brɛ wo Ghanatube for aha na mede nsɛm a ɛkɔso wo Parliament Afenyo Markins a ne ho akyere na kyerɛ sɛ amanfo bebre na aka ne ho asɛm a me so meji ni nyina brɛ wo Ghanatube for aha na mede nsɛm ni nyina besi mamro mfi sɛ like no ma subscribe no ma share no ma hit notification bell no so ama sɛ ne be abri ni abri be do pay content a wo onya ne tempa no hwe no ti aman sisi ade mede mu nya besi a makram